Good evening, driver. Today you'll be driving 1 Tango 53 at 1734 Bedford to Brighton service, and we'll be calling at East Croydon, Gatwick Airport, Three Bridges, Balcombe, Haywards Heath, Burgess Hill, Hassex and Brighton. There are no expected delays en route. Right, in which case... Why am I not getting any drivery things? Has the software died? Ah! Hang on. Oh, I just remembered I don't need to do that anymore. Just trying to work out why this thing died. It's tried to load a script and failed. So what's different about this 319 then? I'm going to freeze the camera so it's not flying all over the place. Let me just fix this problem. This is with my rail driver software. I've obviously got a custom script for this 319 that doesn't work for some reason. This is the 319 DTSO. So this camera, I tell you, it's right in front of where I need to see. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, where's the scripts? But I don't have a class 319 thingy. Why are you being all annoying? Let's try again, except let's have less annoying. Right, now we have less annoying. Apparently it was just... It's better. Right, okay. East Croydon's our next stop. Our first stop. I have a class 319 background. I should use that. I'll change that when I get to East Croydon. Everyone shout at me when I get to East Croydon, okay? Oh, guess what? Moggy used to work here. Why is the Thameslink logo blurry on all reskins? It's because reskins can only use the texture definition that's already in there. They can't create their own texture definition. You need the model itself to be able to add new texture to increase the definition of a texture. Single yellow, which means we've got a red coming into East Croydon at the moment. A little birdie told me, Moggy, that used to work at East Croydon. He told me not to let you know. Oh, whoops, sorry. Right, so our home signal into the platform is red at the moment. Yeah, the ETA is going up on me. That's nice. Right, let's get into East Croydon, platform 3. Ten seconds ahead of time. That big metal structure going across the platform. Alright, 319 background selected. behind the train. Oh yeah, that's all the way back here. Oh, no, got to go. Next stop, Gatwick Airport. We have a double yellow in front of us. JW Blobman, what's the AWS bug? I hadn't noticed anything. It does occur to me I need to flick that over. Because it's still a 45 limit at the moment, isn't it? Good night, Dilly Dorito. Green signal. No ding on green? Really? You just had a ding on green. What else were you expecting it to do? I don't understand. What do you mean ding when it goes to green from a caution? That one didn't ding though, did it? Right. Oh yeah, it's giving a ding there where it probably shouldn't. Do I think there'll be a sale on DLC? Well, I don't know, but I would say it's quite likely. There's been a sale quite regularly for quite some time. Yeah, now you mention it, that AWS isn't right, is it? Still following a double yellow. Oh, is that right, JW? Oh, okay, yeah. I think you're supposed to always get dings, aren't you, over every positive? We're almost up to line speed now. That's interesting, JW Blobman. I've no idea what's happening with advanced previews, JM. I think the plan might be to change the day it's on, from what I remember, but you'll find out more about that if it's happening. I don't know, I've not been at work, obviously, for the last few days. Still getting green lights. doing line speed. Which means I'm going to get out and take a sneaky picture. Hello? Who said you asked you? Yeah, as soon as I know what, if anything, is happening, I'll let you know. Cheers, Darkness. We'll see you later. JHM Studios heard rumours that Steam isn't giving you codes. No, it's that Steve has not been in the office. I think he's in the office tomorrow. Just be patient. Codes will be coming. There's no problem. It's just it'll take a bit of time to get the codes, that's all. Is Steve still up north? I think he was still up north. I don't think he is anymore. No, I don't anticipate any problems, JHM Studios. None at all. Cheers, Ron Wirral. Thanks for joining us. What have we got? 7 miles. And for those of you that aren't aware, we just passed 1,000 followers on Facebook today, which is epic. Gentle downhill going on here. What car do I have, King Twinkie? A Toyota Prius. 80 mile an hour speed limit, totally missed it. That's no problem, JHM Studios, thank you. $3,000 is an epic goal for the strategy, for the charity stream. Epic achievement, sorry. Right, accelerating back up to 90. We're still running about 20 seconds ahead of schedule. See you later, Ilnikar. I'll get your code to you as soon as I can. Cheers, Joe. Nice work on that scenario, even though it didn't finish. It was really, really good. Did we ever get mentioned on the BBC? No, don't be silly. Should get a Leaf. Oh no, expensive, and you can't go anywhere with it before you need spend another 2 hours charging it. It's a nice idea, but I don't think all electric is quite there yet. It's getting there though. I mean, if you can afford a Tesla, that's the way to go. Tesla Model S, you know, that is a car. It's also about 90 grand, but how would I feel if you got a Prius for installing? Very proud. King Twinkie having a shout out. How much did Twitch raise for their cancer stream, Dave? I think last I saw, before towards the end, it was about 60,000, I think. This is the gaming for good thing that Squirrel was involved in, I think. Do I like the game's scoring system? I think it should be different. I think it's better than it was, but I definitely think it could be improved. What Top Gear episode, Monty? I don't really watch Top Gear. My son's the Top Gear fanatic. Right, Gatwick Airport's coming up, 1.4 miles. Adama, oh, the Avensis is very nice. As long as you don't mind, you know, all the pollution-y stuff. So we're not stopping here, we're stopping at the next one. Yeah, I must admit, I was a bit surprised that the Gaming for Good stream, given how many really, you know, awesome people they had involved in it. 60k seemed a bit low to me, actually. But maybe I just don't know what to expect. Train lover, what happened to Down the Mineshaft? Down the Mineshaft will be back tomorrow. Does a Prius get as much mile per gallon as they claim? I can't remember what they claim, but my Prius, I usually get 50 to 55 average throughout a tank. A tank on a Prius is a lot smaller. A tank of petrol is a lot smaller. I mean, I think the most I've ever managed to squeeze in at the absolute, when it's been desperately crying for more petrol, has been 45 litres. And as opposed to like my old car, which was a 60 litre tank. And out of that 45 litres, I can normally get 400 to 500 miles on 45 litres, which is a lot better than any car I've ever owned in the past. A minute early! Awesome. There are only 2 tunnels on the PDL. Are there indeed, K-Dog? Very interesting. Fringe Starling, you can indeed get miles per gallon with a Prius. It's a hybrid car, which means it still uses petrol. There are 3 types of car. 4? There's hybrids, there are range extenders, there are electric cars, and there are fuel cars, regular, and there are hydrogen cell cars. Mine's a hybrid, which means it's a petrol car supported by an electric motor. Range extenders are electric cars supported by a petrol motor, and yeah, the other ones are obvious, really. Electric is not supported at all. Well, it's not really skewed, JW Blobman, because I can't plug my car in, so therefore all of the power must have come from the petrol at some point, or from the motion of the car. So I've not added any additional fuel to the car besides the petrol that went in there in the first place. It's just able to then make more use of momentum to recharge the batteries, and so forth. Have I played Space Engineers? I've got it. I started it before it was released. I got it on early access, but I've not actually gone back and done much with it. I haven't had time. Prius is apparently its own type. 90 mph limit, green signal. Wow, lots of hate for the Prius. Prius is a wonderful car. It's a gadget lover's heaven. It's got lots of toys in there. So Prius uses the same tech as a modern day F1. I think, well, it's not exactly the same tech, but it's the same idea. They're hybrids as well. External HDD, is that a diesel, your M5? Because the the Prius is a general purpose vehicle. So if you hold up the mileage of a Prius versus a diesel for commuter purposes, yeah, the Prius doesn't stand up. The diesel's much better at commuting. But if you take that diesel and run it round on short 1 mile trips, then its fuel economy goes through the plug hole. Whereas the Prius still stands up at the same. So the Prius is really good for general purpose. Diesel is really good for commute, and petrol is really good for the small petrol is really good for the sort of around town stuff. And most of what we do with our car is just dropping kids to school and to the shops and back, to be honest. So it does us perfectly. It's no Rolls Royce, no, absolutely. But then I can't afford a Rolls Royce, so I'll make do with my Prius. Oh, it's the petrol version. Oh, that's good. Mind you, my Prius is getting on a bit now, so I'm sure the new Prius is better than the old second gen one that I've got. Mine's not the newer third gen. God, so much hate for the Prius on the chat. Oh dear, oh dear. HD gaming, it's far more efficient to have. What you've got is loads of little tiny power stations in cars, or one enormous power station. It has got to be. It is definitely significantly more efficient to have one big power station than thousands and thousands of little ones. Monty the Horse, aren't the batteries bad for the environment? Well, basically, the environmental cost of a Prius is that as long as you own it for 8 years, and I have owned mine for 8 years, then you are better off than had you not had another car for 8 years. If you own it for 5 years and replace it, or if you replace your car every 2 years, the Prius is a stupid idea, a really stupid idea. You have to own it for 8 years to pay back your environmental cost for making the batteries and for the disposal of them later on. Once it's 8 years old, then the Prius is better. Yeah, the Prius is getting a right old beating, Kev. Terrible, isn't it? I'm only going to play scenarios from people who love Priuses from now on, I think. I thought that was my car. If you drove 1,000 miles a year, Mad Maxine, then definitely your car. But my car does probably about 20 times that. Final destination, I think it's Brighton, isn't it? Yep, Brighton's our final destination. "90 miles an hour is the speed limit. Next station is Balcombe in just about 4.5 miles. I want a Paxman inside a car. That's what you want, not a Western. You want a Paxman inside a car. Am I using Windows 10? No, this machine is on Windows 8.1. Oh. This is why I can't do exterior views. DSD got me because I was on the outside. Stargate King, how did I go with sleep after the 24-hour stream? I did very well, thank you. It took me no time. I just had a very good night's sleep and I was fine. See, a car with a Paxman Valenta engine, see, now that is a car. Top Gear should make one of those. And I want a K5LA horn in the hood as well. Or an EMD 645, that's what you want, an EMD 645 engine with a K5LA in the hood. That, my friend, is a car. Probably needs to be a truck, but still. Tyron 1, I didn't see your question come in. Double check how you sent it. $80 limit now. Cheers, King Twinkie. See you later. Well, we're still ahead of schedule, so that emergency stop didn't get us too badly. Lost about 20 points, but that's okay because we've been nailing 100% score at every stop so far. It's a 90 limit, not an 80 limit. Very good, Stargate King. Stephen Jam is doing Knight Rider. Good on you. Well, of course, Jezza May and Richard are doing a car show with Amazon, aren't they? Kind of put the brakes on a bit hard there, but never mind. There was Top Gear before the famous trio, but didn't the famous trio actually make Top Gear famous? Right, bang on time, so we're good. The car that looks like a Delta, yeah, it's very good. Very good indeed. Darn, you just spatted. Well done, Stephen Jam. Right, and we're off. Cheers, French darling. Thanks for joining us. A car with a Napier Deltic engine. That'd be nice too. Sort of need a trailer, put the engine in. An articulated car. 90 miles an hour, Haywards Heath is next stop, 3.6 miles. A trainer in acceleration and top speed test. I'm not sure what you mean, Stargate King. Send me a Twitch message and explain it. It sounds interesting. Oh, absolutely won't do the horse. It's, you know, violence like that is absolutely not acceptable. BBC did exactly the right thing. Oh yeah. Timings on this scenario are reasonably relaxed. They're quite achievable. Who's Viaduct? Who's Valley Viaduct? Apologies, Moggy. Alright, got a 40 limit coming up. Slowing down for the 40. Right, coming into Haywards Heath now. Yep, Train Lover. We've been going for 1 year now. This is the last show of year one. Oh, we're going to the freezer section, Moggy. Awesome. Hi, Victor. See you later. Thanks for joining us. Got another minute before we're due in here yet, so 1 year of spads. Speak for yourself, Stephen Jam. What did you just do? The only difference is you see all of my spads. BRCW104DMU. No, the computer's still not repaired as far as I'm aware. As at this point, this is the last stream for a wee while. Until I find out what's going on. Hopefully he won't be off for long. The IT man is now back at work, so I'm sure he's a bit of a wizard with these things, so you can find out what it is, get a spare part, and we should be up and running. You may make a map called Nebworld. Yeah, damn it, they keep doing that. Ipswich, they put a bleeding great multi-story in as well, which sort of made it all look a bit rubbish. Can't you get a new computer off work? These are all computers that are off work. The laptop I normally use, which is away doing demonstrations, the machine that's currently being repaired, and the machine I'm using right now are all computers from work. I actually, ironically, don't own a computer myself that can play the game. My old laptop won't play the game anymore. It's a bit old and clunky, and I can't afford to replace it. I think I'm going to need a blue plaque at Nebworth. Yeah, I think that too. I'll see if I can arrange it. 90 miles an hour. Do I have tea with me? No, I had a cup of coffee earlier on. No. If you made Nebworld, would I play it? Absolutely, as long as it's on Steam Workshop and therefore doesn't require anything I don't have. If it requires things I don't have, then I can't play it. Well, will that be me on Thursday, Dave? What have I done to upset you? Am I going to continue to do DTM every day while TSL is away? Possibly. I haven't decided yet. One of the things we're finding is doing DTM every day, we're sort of diluting it to where we're not entirely sure what we've been doing. Stephen Jam, if you've spadded, that's the end of the scenario. It doesn't actually end it for you, but if you ever do a spad in the game, you've broke the signalling, so you need to end. I mean, in reality, that would be it. You'd be invited to leave the cab, so... Coming up on 90, Burgess Hill is the next stop, 1.4 miles. Right, we're coming into Burgess Hill. Early still. Really early. Got loads of time, in fact. 8-car unit, so we need to stop at the 8-car. That's a 4-car. There's the 8-car coming up by the looks of it. Maybe I could play MSTS on the old laptop here. Dispatcher once allowed you to enter a block with another train. Again, it sounds like the signalling system had got itself in a right mess. If trains don't start or manoeuvre correctly, then they can. Once they go over a link 0, they have to go over another link on the signal, and if they don't do that, then the signalling gets in a right state. So it's down to the scenario author to make sure that it doesn't do that. And to be honest, it should all work fine in that instance, but there have been other cases I've seen where the scripting's not catered with a particular way things have gone. It's really complex, the signalling system. Stargate King, no, you're better off sending me a Twitch message, because I'm sort of glancing over at the Twitch chat every now and again. So if it's something you need me to read, then send it to me in a Twitch message, an email type message. Okay, thanks, Tyron1. I will take a look. Oh, you did. Okay, Stargate. In that case, I will look at it after the stream. Cheers, Tornado Ben. Appreciate that. Coming up on Has Socks. Cheers, Adama. See you later. Oh, got 1,002 likes now on Facebook. The epicness is real. See you later, Minecart. Step 2 is fairly decent on this. Right, let's get stopped. DJSB, did you put them on the TSL Facebook? If so, I'll go and have a look. It depends, I guess, what your name is, DJSB. Thanks for the host, Minecart. Thank you for the host, Stephen Jam. Steve. Yes, I did see your pictures. Yeah, very good. They're an interesting take on the logo. Next station is Brighton, 7 miles. Dave, Fringe is gone already. I got another message from Fringe Starling on Skype telling me that my car doesn't take petrol. Which is really interesting, given that I put petrol in it all the time. I didn't realise I shouldn't have been doing that. It's got a petrol cap on it and everything. I'm going to think about doing something later on, Stargate King. I want to do 2 24-hour streams a year, but I don't want to buffer them up too close together. Christmas, everyone's busy with Christmassy stuff, so I might do something sort of in the end of the first quarter, sort of March, April time. There are plenty of charities. It doesn't need to be on telethon to do a charity. Hey there, says A. Better. Now that all that noise is gone, I can talk again and you can hear me. Red Nose Day, Radio 2 official. It's only every other year, Red Nose Day, so there is no Red Nose Day in 2016. The next one is 2017. Sport Relief next year. That doesn't really seem like, Sport Relief. What are we doing for Sport Relief? We're going to sit down and play video games. Doesn't feel like it's appropriate. But we could do a cancer one or something like that. So it doesn't have to be for a particular thing. It's still good for a good cause. Ooh, I totally missed that 75 limit. There, bang goes my score. That's my gold medal out the window. Lost 124 points. I'm going to start crying now. I was watching the chat. As always. Help for Heroes is a really good shout, actually, Dave. Cheers, Tathrael, man. Yeah, Easter one for cancer research, were you too? It's certainly a possibility. Help for Heroes is another possibility. Like I said, there's plenty of options. Just need to pick a time and make sort of do it around sort of April time, I think. DLC for Moggy appeal. I don't know about that. Good night, Big 4 Truck fan. Alright, we've got a 40 limit coming up here. We're on the approach now into Brighton. Do get Matter new stream over fund. I don't know what you mean, Pitbullo. New laptop appeal. Are there any train related charities? There's the Railway Children. .25 limit coming up here. Single yellow. Do I wish Concorde was still around? Yeah, I think so. Concorde was awesome. Well, if I'm ever able to become a Twitch partner and YouTube partner, then you can all subscribe and donate via that, and that'll get me a new PC. 377 sitting over there. We have time to just buffer up a little bit closer. Bit of a lame page there, Moggy. Train boy, do I like my Titanic and find it interesting? Well, you know what? My son is mad about Titanic, and so I learned an awful lot about Titanic through him. No, it won't be a gold. It's only 125 points a stop, so I'll get 836, I think. .836. There you go. That's still a sliver. Oh, and an achievement. Apparently a North Jersey Coastline Explorer achievement. Oh, you don't see that. You didn't see it. Stop looking. Should build a Titanic on DTM. Oh, that'd be an interesting project, wouldn't it? Right, so we've got two scenarios out the way. One of which worked. Right, changing route. A new PC fund. Yeah, I think you're right, Pitbullo.